are back. I hope all of you enjoyed your summer vacation. We're ready for the fall. It's September. Thank you for tuning in to Man with the Show. A lot going on here at CutieCast TV, and I'll tell you, it's a lot of good stuff going. You know, it's been rough. It's been very rough. We do have some delays that are coming up, and we'll discuss that on another episode. But we got some premieres coming up. We got Man Cafe coming. We got Rabbit T. Rabbit. A full week, a weekend show with Rabbit T. Rabbit and classic public domain cartoons. You know, a lot of fun. You know, we're trying to put the Saturday back in for everybody to enjoy on there. And there's a lot more coming to that, and that's more to come down the line. But let's get started for this season. And you know, what a way to start off is with anime. You know, we've heard a lot of bad news with the anime and stuff like that. And this is not going to be a lot. This is good news toward this. You know, the popularity is still growing. You know, most people don't realize is that, you know, anime fans are getting larger and larger every day because basically, you know, people are finding out some of these shows for the first time. And you hear this on YouTube channels, on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram. I mean, you know, many people have discussed this. And they're finding out, you know, they're not listening to the activists and the Puritans. They said, oh, it's cheese pizza and it denigrates women and this is that. And, you know, and I always say this, he said, a lot of the stuff that's, you know, that's worked on out there, women are behind the scenes. And a lot of stuff that, you know, that they deemed very pornographic and all of that, who's watching? A lot more women than men. You know, a lot more women, that, you know, young women than young men also. This is the things that is going on. Now, in a couple of weeks, we're about to see the premiere, big premiere for a manga adaptation that has been very popular, and that's Chainsaw Man. And I'm really excited to see that, especially, you know, with the summer stuff. Whew. I mean, I can't even go into the summer stuff I'm still watching. I mean, between Vermilion and Gold, Lycris Recoil, a couple of other, it just, there's so much, and that's why anime is so popular, because there's so much of it out there. They're constantly making new stuff, enjoyable, good content. You know, you get every once in a while you get a bad anime, something that's not, you know, animated well or has a really poor script. But you know, the funny part is the ones with the poor scripts end up to be the cult classics of all time. You know, a lot of people criticized, what was that? Another World with my cell phone, and it happens to be good, and it's finally after so many years, it's getting a season 2, which is coming out spring next year. Can't wait for that. Hopefully, we get some robots in that, which, you know, they call it Gears, you know, and it's like Gears in the medieval world. It's you know, think about that for a minute, and that's really, really good. But like I said, Chainsaw Man is coming out, you know, behind Bleach, which unfortunately, if the rumors are right, Bleach is going to be on Disney Plus, and that means you're going to have to pay a subscription. And most people will probably go the high seas for that. You know, it's a shame. It's a shame on that it had to go in that direction. But like I said, that's still, at the time of this recording, it's still speculation. But everyone says, you know, yeah, it's pretty much looking like it is going to happen. But the one thing with Chainsaw Man, the creator, he has a lot of other stories to tell. And basically, the one who created it was, and I'm sorry if I butchered his name, Takasuki Fujimoto is the creator of Chainsaw Man. But looks like Mappa, who is animating this, wants to greenlight a lot of his other creations. And that's a good thing. And we're going to really read a little bit into this by Danica Davison over at Otaku Magazine. Mappa CEO wants to adapt all manga from Chainsaw Man creator. The launch of Chainsaw Man anime is 2 months away, and Mappa, the studio behind it, it might bring us more anime adaptations from its creator, Takasuki Fujimoto. This according to Mappa CEO Manabubo, Ohosuka, who spoke with IGN France during the Crunchyroll Expo. Ohosuka has read everything Fujimoto has published and is all about the idea of turning them into movies. However, he added to IGN France that's nothing is official going on with that yet, but right now they're just working on Chainsaw Man, and the CEO would like the studio to work on Chainsaw Man's second part as well. In addition to Chainsaw Man, Fujimoto has also created the mangas Fire Punch, Look Back, and Goodbye Eerie. Viz Media has license for all of these titles. To give you a little bit behind each of these, Fire Punch is about two orphan siblings, Agni and Luna. Like the Ice Witch who cursed the world, are two of the blessed humans who hold special abilities. However, not all of them are blessed, are friendly, and after another of their kind attacks Agni and decimates the orphans village, Agni fights to survive, vowing revenge. Look Back is the overly confident Fujimoto and the shut-in Kumimoto couldn't be more different, but a love of drawing manga brings these two small girls together, a poignant story of growing up and moving forward that only Takasuki Fujimoto, the creator of Chainsaw Man, could have crafted. And then Goodbye Eerie, there's not really too much on that, but you could look into that. But this is interesting if they want to do this. You know, if Chainsaw Man becomes the success Mappa expects it to be, the viewership, I mean, we could be looking at Anime of the Year. I mean, there are a lot of great contenders out there. I mean, right now, I would have to say for My Dress Up Darling, Lightest Recoil, Spy X Family, Demon Slayer. There's a lot that's in contention this year. And there's even some small stuff that could end up in that top 10 for the end of the year. And, you know, and there's still more to go. I mean, we got still October. We got Chainsaw Man, we got Bleach, and a couple of other, you know, a whole slew of others to get through the year. And this, like I said, this is why anime is popular. And I'll say this again. I've been watching this since the 1970s. You know, I watched it on WJN Channel 47 with Nippon Television on Saturday nights when I was a kid. As I grew up, I used to get the bootlegs out of Chinatown, paid money, got them on VHS, and then when they switched to DVD, as the DVD, you know, when they switched over to the DVD processing, as Toonami came in, you know, we got to watch other stuff. I mean, there's so much out there. And the thing about it is, there's so much that today, like I said, I've seen a lot, but I still need to see a lot more, even from the past. But there are those growing up in these current generations that have never seen a Galaxy Express 39 or Cyborg 009 or Ikusan or Gigantor or many others that, you know, are out there. Some great stuff, you know, and I'm hoping that, you know, we'll get some remasters to a lot of these, some that need a great English dub to be done. You know, Galaxy Express happens to be one of them. Only their movies have English dubs. Their TV series have no English dubs at all. You know, Dirty Pair is going to be out soon with their English dubs of the stuff that's never has had an English dub to it, but the whole entire series, movies and all that, are getting a refresh finally, which is great. And, you know, and there are many others, you know, that are just sitting there that could be taken, And I said this one, because there was an executive over at Toonami, if he hasn't been fired yet, under Zaslav, that they're looking back to grab classic anime and put it on Toonami because they can't afford it. Right now, the billions that Warner has lost, they're bleeding out. Probably in the next year, we'll probably see a lot of changes over at Toonami. But, there's a lot more out there. There's some great stuff. There's some crazy stuff. There's that Harem Labyrinth one, which is like, you can't really call it hentai. I would have to say a little high R-rated for itself. Redo the Healer is a little bit more graphically extensive sexually on there. But, it's not a Bible Black. It's not a Bible, if you're familiar with Bible Black, which is like a major popular hentai out there. Classic hentai has been around for years. But I think we're hitting into the next renaissance with anime. And, the lines are being drawn right now of where anime is going to sit in Western culture. And the thing about it is that you have people fighting, like Anime Matsui, who's opening up their own dub studios right now to compete against Sony and Crunchyroll and a couple other companies. Because, you have people, and I said it once and I'll say it again. We don't need a re-edit of the scripts because they say we don't understand the Japanese culture. That's bullshit. It's total bullshit. And I said this, I've watched it since I was a kid. I've watched anime. Do I know everything about Japan culture? No, but I'm still learning. And see, and that's the important part. Some of these stories, some of the stories that you see, some of it's based like some of the horror ghost stories, some of the samurai ones. Some of them are based on stories from Japan's history. They're not historical events, but it makes you want to look into the history of Japan. And that's important. That's very important to itself. And you say, well, what does that have to do with a violent thing like Chainsaw Man? Go in the history of anime and manga, and you'll go back to a time even before Superman, before Phantom, before that, you had Golden Bat. Golden Bat, his story was being told on the streets of Japan at the time. And then it became a manga, and then it became a anime and live action motion picture. And still to this day, it's cherished. It happens to be very good. If you haven't seen Golden Bat, it's really, really good. It's a dead superhero. Why does that sound familiar? You know that there's one in the DC universe, Dead Man. Similar. It's almost similar to that, but this is more like a resurrected zombie fighting against evil, which is really good. If you haven't seen the movie with the 1966 film with the late and great Sonny Chiba, it's a good one to catch if you haven't seen it. It's hanging around out there. You might be able to find it on YouTube. Do catch it. It is really, really good. And there are different versions of Golden Bat animes out there and from multiple countries. One of them looks like Batman from one country. I think it's Korea. I think that comes out of Korea, if I'm not mistaken on there. But we'll look into for Chainsaw Man in October, and we'll see what Mappa does with the rest of these titles. We'll see if they get a green light into the future. I guess they're going to wait to see, how Chainsaw does. If Chainsaw does, like I said, does what everyone thinks it's going to do, they'll get the other ones greenlit. So give me your thoughts below in the comments. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, a like, and share this video. No, that's very important that you do that. Gets people to watch us, subscribe to us, comment on there. we're on our way to 600 right now. We're about what are we now? About 60, 70 out of 600. I mean, I would like to get to 1,000 this year. I would love to get to 1,000, but if we can get to 600, 700, I'll be very happy on that. So until next time, keep the peace, join the revolution, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for tuning in, and bye-bye now.